You know, I actually dress up based on the jewelry I'm wearing.
Oh, that's so smart. And you described that sunstone so beautifully, Catherine. I know we have to sneak away for a moment, so we appreciate your call. Thank you so much.
And I love that she loved that color combination.
We'll be back with another hour of J. King.
Thank you.
Did you know you can stream both HSN and HSN2 live anytime, anyplace? With just the click of a button on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV, you're connected to the latest and greatest we have to offer. And with HSN2, there's always something different from what's currently airing on HSN. Head over to hsn.com or open your HSN mobile app and start watching.
I grew up always dreaming and wanting to create things.
I see something and I see that we can make it better.
One day, the light bulb just went off. Nobody has this. They're waiting for me to invent it.
Next thing you know, you're on HSN and the whole world's hearing about it.
It just sold out.
Very excited for you.
HSN celebrates the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who follow their hearts, helping American dreams come true.
Being here today proves anything is possible.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app, available on Apple and Android devices. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Shop faster than ever with exclusive new product videos, only on the iPhone. Watch HSN live anytime, any place. And the new shop and search features make finding your favorites easier than ever. Search app on hsn.com to download.
It is a J. King Friday. We call J. King our very own Indiana Jones here at HSN as he travels the world. And main goal is always looking for a rare, unique find in Mine Finds. And boy, nobody does it better. For the past almost 23 years now, we've been so fortunate to have Jay and his show here with us, working with our buyers direct and being able to amazingly learn so much about the world of gemstone and mining, and it's just fun. Needless to say, you know what else is fun? A 5 and 5 at 50% off. Take a look. Alrighty, let's get started with your choice. We have our beautiful either turquoise and pink fluolite, or we have it available in the, I want to say charoite. That's right. We haven't had charoite in a while. That was another stone we said. Anyway, $37.90. By the way, I 085779. I don't want to get off track because we only have 30 seconds to talk about it. You only have 30 seconds,
and these are probably two of the most expensive rough materials I work with, and very, very rare. The Russian charoite, as you know, and I'm going to have more charoite coming up through the next, through even 2019.
Oh, good.
So you can get things to match back with this Andean blue turquoise and this thulite. As far as I know, we have an exclusive on this. I don't know of anybody else. In fact, I'm working on this year's mining harvest as we speak. We're working on a deal to see what we can do, because we try to buy up all the material. This is the only material I get out of Norway. That's the Norwegian national stone.
It's really clean.
It's beautiful pink. Yeah. It's just an amazing hot pink.
Speaking of beautiful, this is another really powerhouse. It is, and I mean, almost looks wet. That's how beautiful the facets are.
Not only this, these are faceted.
Oh.
So see, look at this. Any little movement. But look at the color of this. And we don't have a lot of these guys, but here again, this is something you couldn't even build it, and that's what 5 and 5s are, just so everybody knows. It's something that we're just down to the last
Final
of the last.
quantity.
And in this case, you know what? They wanted to reorder this, but I couldn't do it.
Oh, and yet
So
here it
they-
is
yeah.
for, what, 50 lucky
So
people
yeah,
right
you got
now. It's
whatever we have left.
$69.90.
But there's no way that I could even manufacture this. You could never see it for this price. Yeah, would be below cost. If I built it and sold it and tried to sell it at this price, absolutely couldn't do it. So here again, see the beautiful facets on that? Nice layered
What
look.
a treat. Okay, that was number 2. Let's talk about another treat.
I love
Iron
this.
Mountain turquoise.
And this kind of goes back to my roots, you know.
And this is almost, you know what? I think every review on this one, Jay, is a perfect 5-star
Yeah.
at $129, not 50% off, $64.90.
And if you look at this too, just think about the amount of turquoise in this. And this is Iron Mountain turquoise. It's kind of like a tealy blue. It's got tealy greens in it. Those are all natural nuggets. Every one of those are natural nuggets. All we did was we just took off any of the rough edges. We did what they call edge grinding. So you got kind of that ethnic, natural look. And but just think of the amount of turquoise in that. Just consider how much turquoise that you're seeing those, and that is the real deal. Those are all natural nuggets.
And it's very organic, you know, just the whole nature in this shape.
This is kind of something that I probably would have designed in the early '70s. But like what I do is I try to work around the material.
Yeah, that's a really cool piece. So that was number 4 or 3. 3? 4. This is number 4. Okay. This is amethyst and aquamarine, and you bet this is genuine amethyst. $24.90, 50% off, 5 flex pays, under $5. Listen, grab as many as you can. Would you agree?
Again, they're very limited. Look at the quality of aquamarine, but look at the quality of this amethyst. It's that deep, dark, grape jelly purple that everybody is going for in amethyst. They just this is a super, super high grade African amethyst. Beautiful, really pure blue aqua, and then we faceted it. It just is again very, very limited. And again, with these, not to sound like a broken record, but you could not build them and sell them for this. It's just impossible to do it.
And can I tell you our showstopper? I don't know.
It'll go back to that.
It'll go back to our showstopper, which is African amethyst, and one of the largest carat weight and longest African amethyst necklaces. It's brand new that we've ever done. And another crazy special price. So that's also coming up in this hour. Okay, how cool is this? It's our carnelian and tourmaline combination together in a drop earring in quartz. They're over 3 inches. These are some of the longest elongated earrings that Jay does. And at 50% off at $44.90. I don't see how you can go wrong. This is going to be adorable on Valerie with the colors that she's wearing. Tell us a little bit about this, Jay.
Okay, this is, it's a rubellite, so it's a carnelian, which is the orange faceted stone at the top, and then it's a tourmaline in quartz. They call it rubellite is what they call it, but it's actually a tourmaline, natural tourmaline in a white quartz. Both of these materials come out of Madagascar, and I've never seen anybody that has this rough. These are real limited. I wish I could make more. I had done a whole set of these, a suite, but the earrings, we just are the last of the last.
They are gorgeous, and we have an update. We have completely sold out.
And people, they know what a crazy buy this is.
That is beyond. And we're going to have more crazy specials like that, I promise you. There's our Jay King special turquoise, the Iron Mountain necklace, completely sold out. Okay, Jay, I'm going to have you, the necklace I'm wearing, okay, it's one of my personal all-time favorite Jay King pieces, all right? And both, I wish you could have seen when Jay and I were meeting earlier before the show, when we both looked at each other and I said, okay, Jay, there's no way in the world. This is rhodochrosite, mind you, and turquoise. This is $59.90.
You know that we first brought this in, okay.
It's mind-boggling.
Okay, this is absolutely a steal.
At $164.
And we sold 8,000 of that.
At that price.
At that price. We have the last of this.
So pretty.
Here again, this is rhodochrosite from Argentina. You can't even get this material. It's impossible to get it. And then you've got Campitos turquoise, or you've got the Angel Peak. We did it in both materials. So this looks more like the Angel Peak with that beautiful rhodochrosite.
Alrighty, so listen, word to the wise, grab it now.
This is that Mongolian material.
Okay, so with that, we are going to talk about your Azure Peak.
Azure Peaks, yes.
Peaks. Pinks, I'm saying. I have rotochrosite on my mind. Okay, this is also brand new. Is this the one you did a quick preview on in the lunch rush?
Right.
And already
we did,
had a remarkable response?
Yeah, people went crazy over.
Understandably, brand new.
This is brand new. This is it's a new mining development. When I say new for us, new is like within 3 years. Okay, from the time that you find something. A lot of times when we discover something, they're not even digging it yet. Maybe we're just seeing the first of the specimens that are coming out.
And a lot of times they'll call you first, right, Jay?
Well,
I mean, say...
and I probably shouldn't tell everybody how I get, but the inside skinny is this, okay? We have a lot of people that we've, developed relationships over the years, doing what we do. And a lot of them are geologists. And I've explained this before, but just so you know how we find a lot of, especially our turquoise. And turquoise, just so everybody understands this, it takes a very, very specific set of circumstances for turquoise to even form. That's why you don't find turquoise all over the world. And there's continents that you don't find turquoise on at all. There's like 27 minerals and elements that have to be present, number one, for it to form. Number two, all kinds of geological things had to happen for it to, because it's a secondary replacement. So just to find turquoise is amazing. But here is a fact, and the people that are geologists, usually they're not going out and looking for turquoise. They're going out, they're looking for gold, they're looking for silver, they're looking for copper, nickel, aluminum, iron. I mean, they're looking for metals, right? Or rare metals. In this case, the geologist that was doing this, he works for a big copper mining company. And here's the deal. When you could have the largest copper deposit in the entire world, you could have the biggest. I could sit here and name, I won't waste my time, but I can name at least a dozen huge copper operations. They don't have a single piece of turquoise, not a single piece of turquoise. But you cannot have turquoise. It is impossible to find turquoise and not have copper present. The copper is one of the key ingredients that makes up turquoise. So it's key. So if you find turquoise, there has to be copper in that area. Now, here's the deal. Is it concentrated enough that is there enough copper there that they can actually get it out of the ground and mine it and make it pay, right? So, but we get a lot of it, and that in this case, that's how we were introduced to this material.
That's beautiful.
This is, it's in the southern Gobi Desert of Mongolia.
What's Azure Peaks mean?
Azure Peaks. Okay, now here's another thing. I came up with that name, and the reason I came up with that name is because they didn't have a name, right? I mean, they didn't have a name.
And that happens a lot, right?
It happens more than often. Yeah, more than often. They don't have a name. So the reason we named that is because this is a very arid region. Although Mongolia is not arid. I mean, if you go north, I mean, it's just, you would think you were in Alaska, right? But it has such extremes. People don't realize Mongolia has such extremes. A lot of, Madagascar is another one that has extremes and extremes. But this area, it's very desolate, it's very arid, but you'll be going along and there'll be a river flowing in the middle of like a desert, like a moonscape. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Wow.
But in this area, there was it's not really, I call it Azure Peaks. They're not really peaks, they're more like mounds. But I didn't think Azure Mounds would sound good.
So you said the peaks.
But I say Azure because they have like
blue,
especially like a soft blue tint to it, especially toward the evening. So that's why we came up with the name.
You can see hints of that.
And what I love with this
color.
material, and here again, I don't have an exclusive on this, but we go in, we only take the high grade. This was a particular vein that they were into, that they're mining. This almost looks like old number 8. It looks like it's got that beautiful spider webbing in it. It's just a truly, truly, truly amazing. Look at the matrix in this. Isn't that wild? Where you got like almost like a spider web veining that goes through it. It goes from everything from a dark, dark, dark blue, like a robin's egg blue. It'll have some clear in it. The reason I cut these necklaces out of this material had more matrix in it. So I thought that it looked better by doing these like large freeform beads that I graduated than doing cabochons. And this way I could use more of the material, but you can see all the different colors. There's no two of these necklaces that you could actually get. And you know, we have 3 or 4 here on set right now. We could line them all up. Every one of them is going to be uniquely different in their own right.
That's what makes it so special.
There'll
That's
absolutely be no two of these that are totally identical. It's impossible. So when you buy your necklace, you're going to have something that really is exclusive to you. I just love this because it's kind of contemporary, but it's still kind of got that ethnic feel to it,
right,
but
right.
it's kind of like contemporary ethnic.
But you know it's turquoise, and it's a
turquoise,
very
and
unique turquoise.
These are solid. Think about this. Every one of those was a solid nugget.
Wow.
So this is cut from the solid nugget rough stock. This isn't any kind of compressed or anything. And we have somebody that goes up. They don't mine this year round, and they don't get a lot of material at any given time. We go through, we high grade what they have, and we only buy the finest of the material for any of our projects.
620-946. You're getting it first, brand new and special fall event priced at $119.90. So it will be $149. We started off our 5 and 5 with the drop earrings that are completely sold out in both. So the color variants. Thank you so much there. Also, okay, this is fun because this is the amethyst and aquamarine earring that I said is going to go back with our showstopper. Going to give you a little sneak peek in a minute. But another, I think we sold out of every one of those 5 and 5. We did. Well, and for good reason. Okay, are you ready for my drum roll showstopper piece? So if you were able to get those amethyst earrings, this is our showstopper. We didn't want to preview it because we were afraid it was going to be gone before we had a chance to do a full presentation. 36 inches. Now, Jay, correct me if I'm wrong. Most sought after, prized amethyst is African amethyst. And that is what we're looking at here.
Actually, 2 different kinds of you see that?
Yeah.
That's what they call chevron amethyst. So the larger beads are cut out of the chevron material.
Never seen that done.
Okay.
Never seen that done.
That's actually, you know, quartz.
That's cool.
Okay, so amethyst is actually a colored quartz. So what you have here is you have the purple, and you have the white quartz and the purple quartz, which is referred to commonly as amethyst. And then you've got the Zambian amethyst. So you got chevron amethyst, and then the beads in between are Zambian amethyst. So you got some of the highest quality of amethyst. But this chevron, now think about this. When they cut those beads, those freeform beads, and this is the art, where they actually take that material, they look at it, they orient the stone so that they can actually cut them so the chevrons, that, you know, they're not all going to be perfect. They're not going to be perfect, but they look for the picture in it and they cut that around. But you got actually 2 different kinds of amethyst here. You got what they call chevron amethyst, and then you got this amazing clear, translucent blue Zambian amethyst. So
coming up.
3 feet.
3 feet. Never seen it, read about the chevron amethyst, read about it, never seen it. And did I mention under $80? So that's the showstopper. I don't even know where to begin with the necklace that I'm wearing, except over 200 were pre-selected. Jay, this could be in our 20 years plus working together, one of the absolute craziest specials we've ever done.
I would say crazy, insane, whatever you want to, whatever terminology you use.
Listen, now, we had a caller earlier who was talking about a rhodochrosite, right?
Rhodochrosite, right? Which she loves.
Loves. And you just don't see it, you don't find it. It's especially like this. And on top of that, beautiful turquoise accenting this. Talk about a combination of colors that will take your breath away, all handcrafted. So this is Angel Peak turquoise on top.
Right.
$59.90, our HSN price, and we sold thousands and thousands of this necklace.
So I think we sold 8,000.
And it was $164. Maybe it had even been previewed at $140 something, but I can promise you, never $59.90. 5 flex pays. Oh, Jay, this is where it really gets fun. Under $12. So if you're new to J. King, yeah, it won't ever get better than this. If you are a rock hound and you are a J. King collection collector, you are already one of the hundreds that pre-selected this, who ordered. Many people are ordering 2 or 3. Smart, really smart.
Okay, well, you know, on this, and here's the deal. Now, you know, somebody called me and they said that they know where the rotocross mine in Silverton, Colorado, which I'm flying out west pretty soon, and I'm going to check it out. But I think they only have specimens. I don't think that it's a commercially active mine. The only commercially active mine that I personally am aware of is in Argentina. And the mine is, they go in, it's a big cavern, and rhodochrosite is basically the stopes, the stalactites and stalagmites. And it's very, very rare for it to grow. It's extremely expensive. About 10 years ago, the Argentinian government, like a lot of different governments have done, I could just sit here and name all the different materials that they've done this. Okay. They don't allow you, this is what rhodochrosite looks like naturally. What they did is they made it, where they created a law where you can't export the raw material. So you can't take the rough out of the country. It has to go out in a finished product. Oh. Well, that's all well and good, but I don't have any cutters and lapidaries. I don't have any factories in Argentina, right? And you know, to get one material and cut it, it really wouldn't be conducive, and they just don't have the artists to do it there. So we basically, and that happened with almost all manufacturers. The only reason we have this material, the only reason that you're lucky enough to see this, and let me just tell you the quality of this. An older gentleman retired, and one of my partners, my manufacturing partners, knew this gentleman pretty much all of his lifetime. And what he specialized in was rhodochrosite, gem-grade rhodochrosite, and gem-grade lapis, and he only worked in 22 karat gold. So all this material that you're seeing here, all the rough material was originally selected. The rough was selected, purchased, I don't know, probably, it could be even 20 years ago, is how long that he's had this material. He decided, he was in his late 80s, decided that he was getting, you know, that he was just, you know, he's going to retire. Either one of his children wanted to take over the business, and so he offered us the rough. Oh. The only reason that I have this rough, and any of the rhodochrosite rough that you're going to see coming up, now this is all high-end rough material. Okay,
so that we normally set in gold or platinum.
You would set in gold. It's not low-end material. So this isn't garbage or anything. This is really a fabulous, unbelievable. Even when we bought everything, we bought it at a discount. But even when we sold it at the original price, it was a fabulous deal, just for the fact that you can't get it, and it's just impossible to buy the rough. So now that we've got the last of these, when they are gone, that's it. Oh. No more. I have no more of this rough.
Oh, there you have it.
I've cut everything that I can cut. I've got some designs even going into next year with cabochons, but I've maybe got a couple of other necklaces that we're going to offer. But look how clean this is. And this is all genuine. This is natural rhodochrosite. But you see it? It's almost like a gem grade, right? It's almost like the gemmy, translucent rhodochrosite. And that is because it's a higher quality. He had everything from AAA to BBB. I think the lowest grade that he had was a B grade, which was still unbelievable. But a lot of these beads right here are the AAA, AA, A material. This is not only a deal, it's a steal. It's literally a steal. You'll never, ever see it at this again, and you'll never see anybody that actually can manufacture this because they can't get the material.
Okay, here's what they're telling us. We have 560 remaining. We have about 90 seconds. That's it. Or sell out at this point. No wonder. It really is a treat. You just heard from Jay, and we'll be showing you other rhodochrosite pieces that, I mean, for instance, the ring that's coming up, and I think that's like $179 or something like that.
Because it's
which
gem
is a
grade.
phenomenal. It's a phenomenal price. Do I have time to say hi to Claudia? In Arizona. Okay, wonderful. Claudia, welcome. Thank you for holding on. You're live on the air with Jay King.
Hi.
How you
Hello.
I wanted to tell you that my mom was born in El.
You know what, Claudia? I think we have a bad audio connection, but hold on. Can you hear
Okay.
us? Okay. Let's try it again.
Okay, I wanted to tell Jay that my mom was born in Albuquerque.
Oh.
I was born in Flagstaff and raised there, and I'm living in Kingman, Arizona.
All right.
So I'm one of his peeps.
Yeah, I'll say.
So, it's Kingman. I go way back. I met my wife at the Kingman turquoise mine. That's where I met my wife.
Well, when we first moved here, there was a lot of turquoise down on the corner, and I mean, you could go in and pick turquoise, and all of a sudden, now it's all gone.
Yeah,
so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. When I grew up as a kid, do you know that our driveway? We used to have big turquoise boulders and stuff.
No kidding. Can you imagine?
I've seen people that had made fish ponds out of it, all kinds of crazy stuff. But then all of a sudden, those are gone, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're gone. They're gone. Gone.
But I'm glad we have Jay and we have you out there to be able to find your turquoise here, right, Claudia?
Yeah, I appreciate you very, very much. I love your turquoise.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing your day with us.
You take care.
Bye-bye. Okay, so 320 now remaining. They're telling us,
It won't come back ever, guys.
They're going to sell out. So if you're not in the ordering process, they're gone.
Once they're gone for good. There's no way for me to do it ever again. I doubt the Argentinian government is just all of a sudden going to say, okay, guys, we've changed our mind after 10 years, and here you go.
Yes.
So we got this. And now I want you to look at this, okay? This is some of
brand new.
These are all brand new, but they're not necklaces, are they? Okay, they're cabochons. And these, what we did is we high graded the material. This is all AAA, AA, A grade material. Normally, when you see this rough, the only way that you would have seen this quality of rough material on rotochrosite would have been in gold. There's nobody that would have ever put this in silver. This is the highest quality of the material that you can buy. It's almost like a gemmy look.
Boy, I've never seen that size or that color. It is beautiful.
And here again, that came out of that same batch, that same load. We're down to working. I've got designs up into next year. You're going to see some, but there's not going to be necklaces. They're just going to be cabochons.
And that cuff bracelet appraised over what, $400 to almost $500, and that's fall price at $224. 4 flex pays on the bracelet, 4 flex pays available on the ring, in sizes 5 through 12. You want to know how limited and unique and rare it is? I have fewer than 50 of the ring and fewer than 50 of the matching cuff bracelet. We even have earrings, so oh good, we're gonna show those now. Okay, perfect. These are the earrings that I am wearing, and we also have that under the same item number as the necklace. So here's another great opportunity. But this really has that Southwestern flair to it, doesn't it?
This is one of I wouldn't say new designers, new for us. It's like 10 years, but this is one of our designers that really started off actually cutting stones, and as a lapidarist, and then he became a silversmith, and so now. He's for the last couple of years, he's bringing me designs. He's been with us forever. And I just thought these were kind of cool. But
really cool.
A lot of his designs have been very popular. I just think this has such a fun, different look to it. But this is something, where would you find it? These are really gallery pieces. They're very, very limited, and they're limited because of 2 things. They're limited because the material is so limited, right? We don't have a lot of the different sizes.
And I have the earrings on. They're $79.90. So right now it is time, already very popular, for our key special, our showstopper. Alrighty, well, we knew this was going to have quite the response, and yes, it already has. It is our brand new, beautiful African amethyst and chevron. This is the coolest thing. Jay, I have been reading about this for years, and I never really seen one. This is the first time. And the fact that this is 36 inches, that it is anywhere near under $100, let alone $79.90. You bet with FlexPay, when you shop with a credit card, it's $16 and change with your shipping. It's been crazy popular, and for great reason. So our collectors out there, and we had the earrings earlier, we had those beautiful amethyst drop earrings, they completely sold out. What a wonderful treat. And love to hear more about that chevron amethyst especially.
So this is a combination of two different amethyst roughs. And they're not all going to be perfect chevrons, but where they can, they do it. But it will have, so you've got the Zambian amethyst, which is kind of like the really high grade, like a grape jelly to a translucent color. That's what the round beads are cut from. This is chevron amethyst. So you can see the different, see the white in it? That's what they call chevroning. If you go up one bead here, and this would be the perfect example, and you'll see a lot of this. And this is, see where you have the chevrons, the V's in this?
That is.
Here's the cool thing about this. Okay, there's 3 feet of this, so it's 36 inches. The sterling silver hook and eye finding. You know what? It's really funny. You could even flip that over, and it would have had a different
yeah,
design.
but it was pretty much. It was really.
I mean,
went right
that
through.
one was almost perfect, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was saying that's a perfect bead. But this is a combination of two very unique. It's brand new. I can't believe that it's brand new out of the gate, and they're doing this. Okay, but they're doing it because it's a showstopper for this event.
But only for the next few hundred people, that's it. I mean, it's another one we weren't able to bring in,
not a lot.
Thousands of. In fact, already just from that one sneak peek, over 200 folks jumped right in. So certainly for good reason. This is another great opportunity, obviously, for layering, but you could double this. You're looking at genuine amethyst, and we often, we joke, we say if we could only get carat weights on pieces like this, right, Jay? If we were to guesstimate on a statement piece like this.
I would tell you probably over 2,000 carats, maybe more like 3,000 carats.
Of course, yeah.
But the way you can do it, and just so everybody knows, I don't want to guess, okay? But anybody who has a gram scale at home, if you just take whatever, your necklace or whatever, put it on the gram scale, however many grams, say it's 10 grams, it's 50 carats. So you multiply by 5. So whatever it is, if it weighs 100 grams, it's 500 carats. And that's how you can determine the carat weight, and that's what it is. It's just a finer, it's for gemstones, so it's a finer way of weighing, and that's what it's about. What I love about this, though, here again, is the combination of two individual, totally different amethysts from two independent different mining areas. You got Zambia, and the other, the chevron is mined in the Cape. So the very, very southern tip of Africa is where that particular rough comes from. Although I have seen chevron amethyst. It's pretty rare, but I have seen it in, I've seen it in Brazil, I've seen it in Uruguay, and I've seen it in 2 other different mines in Africa. So I just thought we didn't have, they wanted a lot more of these than we could produce. And I will tell you right now, I've been in the process of trying to negotiate a deal on some other African amethyst. Hopefully that's going to come through. We're kind of working through the last of our material. This isn't something that when we buy, we have to buy in a big enough amount that we can actually, that's how we do what we do, right? Because we not only do everything we go mine direct whenever possible. We cut from the natural rough. We do all the silver work. We do all the designing in-house. There's nothing that's farmed out. We don't buy anything already pre-made.
And hand finished.
Well, I'll say that.
Handcrafted.
Yeah, it's all hand done by us. And we do that so we control the quality. We can control everything about the whole production of it. And also we cut out all the middlemen that are in any kind of manufacturing chain that we possibly can. Probably 95% or higher of everything you've ever seen from mine finds here on the show we actually made in-house. I might get something like we had that lapis bead necklace where somebody actually cut the beads and AAA, AA quality material, and they begged me to buy them. I bought them. That's the only time that I buy something finished. It's what I call an opportunity buy. But the rest of the time, we do all the work ourselves. And the reason we do that, though, is so that I know that I can give you the best quality product at the absolute best deal that we can do. So we're giving you the best value, but we're also giving you the best shot that we can possibly do. And I no brag, I will tell you, I'll put our quality up against anybody in the world. Absolutely. Our lapidars, our silversmiths, a lot of these people have been with me almost since I started. So we have a very, very long-term relationship. I just love this look. You can see Valerie's so good at this.
Yep, she layered it with one of her other
she's really good.
African amethyst
she's
necklaces. Really pretty.
About what she does. I mean, I think what she's doing there for you. She's just showing you all the different opportunities that you have. With the different pieces, you can do some layering. You can actually, there's just so much fun you can have with this, and so I think that's what's cool about Mind Finds. But also, if you have other things too that other designers have made, what's really great, you can actually pair that too with Mind Finds, because they're all made from natural materials. We don't use any plastics, glass, any of that.
No, you know what? That's a great point. You turn on the TV right now, and you might be saying, all right, wait a minute, this is $79.90. That's got to be costume jewelry. It's got to be simulated stones. It's got to be plastic or glass. No. This would be hundreds, if not thousands, of carats of natural, rare specialty amethyst, not to mention the quality. Look at the glow and the clarity and the consistency and the matching of those beautiful African amethyst, genuine African amethyst beads. And then I love the oval, that chevrons, first time I've ever seen it done like that. This will be $170. You know what? I don't even think they're gonna last. It's $79.90 and 5 flex pays. I know we have fewer than, 500 now? Currently available, far fewer than that. All right, so if you are in the ordering process, we have accounted you. Mention the earrings here because I have 50 left. Yes, good luck. And same thing, right, Jay? This is the chevron at the bottom.
And what's really cool with this, right? And here again, I always tell everybody, don't go crazy and do something. But anytime you see a necklace and you just see a pair of earrings, the reason I did that is because I just feel that that's the best way that you're going to get any kind of close match.
Yeah, all right. They will definitely sell out now. Here's another absolute beauty favorite. A quick special fall price on our turquoise and spiny oyster, very rare combination here. Necklace and matching earrings, $189. The necklace is originally $269 and appraised over $400. The earrings are $119.90, best price we've ever offered on the earrings as well as on the matching necklace. That's just a little sneak peek because that is still to come, and some other big surprises, some other brand new finds from J. King. So hang in there with us and we will be right back with more rare finds and J. King. Stay tuned.
Have you signed up for your HSN email? Sign up for HSN emails now to stay connected to our hottest deals of the week. You'll even receive exclusive coupons. Never miss a today's special. We'll send you the scoop on our best value of the day straight to your inbox. Head on over to hsn.com now and search email to sign up today.
Who knew a little piece of plastic could be so much fun? When you apply for the HSN card, instantly get $10 off. It's all about you. Extra flex on the things you love. When you use your HSN card, get extra flex all day, every day on all jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, all with no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com. love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search gemstone to see our gemstone enhancement chart.
Well, we are spending this wonderful Friday afternoon with Jay King. So great to have you here, Jay. I'm your host, Lynn Murphy, and we love hearing from you. If you've had the opportunity to try any of Jay's pieces in the past, we love hearing your testimonial calls and always encourage you to shop jkinghsn.com so you get a preview of all of his brand new finds that he brings in for each and every visit. But we're going to talk about, we both just said, this electric red in bamboo that personally is my favorite. I know many of you back in the day were able to, maybe if you followed Jay, collect other red color bamboo like this in coral. But it's just something you said earlier, we're not seeing like we used to. And especially at these wonderful prices, $89.90 and 5 flex pays. Again, that's only for today. Under $18, we'll ship this out to you. 18 inches in length, 2 3/4 of an inch extender. So this is one of those new finds that we're lucky that we were able to grab hold of.
Well, you just, like I said, coral is one of those things. There you go. See, Val's already layered it up and everything. That's perfect where they go back to each other. What I'll tell you with this, okay, and this is a very unique color coral. It's like almost like a cherry red. Just to speak of the value of you think about this, okay, you're getting 3 layered strands, graduated layer strands. What would you pay just for a single strand of this, right, of this coral? The big thing that you see, I'm doing a thing where when I've got my spare time now, I've got kind of my man cave studio, whatever.
I was going to say, when in the world do you ever have spare time, Jay King?
My wife and a lot of people that work with me call it a lot of different things. But anyway, eventually I will have it completed. But the thing is I have these shelves and I'm laying out specimens and I'm trying to group them together. And I guess my point is on the corals, once I pull the corals, because everything's, they've been packed away forever and ever and moved. So now I'm putting them out. And I've got all these different colored corals, all these specimens. And of those specimens, I have 2 now that I still can get some of the rough material. So, and I think, I forget how many, but I think there's some like 16 or something different corals that I have. What I love with this is I love the cut on it, okay? I love the way that the artists and the lapidaries cut these beads. This is all cut from the real rough material, so it's solid rough. It's not any kind of compressed material.
And looks like bamboo, doesn't it?
Look at the color of this and how they did this color. It's like almost like an iridescent red. One of the things I love about red, and especially I think that's why red coral is so popular. It is a very powerful color. It's an energizing color. Have you ever seen anybody like a politician or somebody they're making a speech or they're doing some
tie.
Or they're wearing a red necklace, or they're wearing some kind of red, right? Whoever they are, the reason that they do that, it's a power color. It wakes people up. It shows energy, that you're energetic. I always tell this story. I used to have when I used to do the road, I had a Cadillac, and I'm not really a Cadillac kind of guy. But we were doing, I was going around to jewelry shows, and going around to different jewelry stores and selling. And this thing had a huge trunk. You could have put 10 bodies in the back. I mean, I bought it for the trunk, right? I'm more of a Ford pickup guy. I drive a Jeep now, okay? Yeah. That's who I am, okay? I'm not a Cadillac kind of guy. But this thing,
that caddy had a good trunk.
You could have put 8 bodies in the back of that trunk, man. It was huge. But I used to drive that thing, and I could literally drive it for days. I had to make myself pull over and get a room and go to sleep because, It was white, and we used to call it Moby Dick. It was white with a bright red leather interior. When I traded,
kept you awake?
When I traded that in, I traded in on a street van, and it was blue. And I constantly had to pull over and get coffee because it would make me fall asleep. And finally, I realized that it's all about the color, that it's so energizing. And you know, just being around it or working with different colors, we had a caller earlier that said, I think it was Bonnie or Catherine, I can't remember, where she said the same thing, you know, that she got with the sunstone and everything, had a very calming effect.
Tranquil,
you know, and colors are everything. You'd be amazed at what colors will do for you.
And especially this color.
This
that
is a
one,
power
look
color.
out! I love it.
Unbelievable, fantastic deal. And here again, if you can afford it, I should have made this a set, but I didn't. But you can get the matching earrings. And what's
only
cool with
$200
these,
though.
Okay, these are cut from the exact coral rough stock, so they will match perfectly back. Now, if you have other coral earrings, it's going to go with that, or you could have anything bright red would go with it. But you know, these will perfectly match back, and they're the same shape bead. So if you can wing it and you can make it work. That's a
great buy too at $29.90, but really limited. Speaking of good buy, this is our chrysoprase. Did you see this, Jay? $49.90.
Okay, this is Boulder chrysoprase.
Price. 5 flex pays, and I'm hoping we still have 5 through size 12. Okay,
I would go up a size on this. So if you wear
go up a size, yes.
Yeah. So if you wear a 5, go to a 6. If you wear a 6, go to a 7. And the reason is the shank is so wide in the back.
Right, and it's a really.
And here again, these
piece.
are really limited, guys. I've got very, very few of them. And this is a really unique, unusual material.
And no two will ever be alike. Always keep that in mind.
They're all going to be totally different.
All right, Jay.
We had a caller that called in that actually got the amber cuff. She bought it last time it was on.
Right, and absolutely loves it. And you're going to love it as well. And then you want to talk about one of the most difficult, I would imagine, tedious, handcrafted work of love that went in to these bangle bracelets. Couple of things I want to mention. You're going to choose. We have either the amber version or in the turquoise, and we'll talk about the individual stones in just a minute. And we have 2 sizes. We have small, medium. I'm wearing the small, medium. You can see here I normally wear about 6 3/4 inch, but I have plenty of room. And Jay, we also have medium, large,
which
you can wear.
I could put on.
And you have over an 8-inch wrist,
right.
So and still have some room.
And I still have plenty of room.
Right. And here's the other wonderful thing with this closure is genius.
No brainer.
No, and it's sturdy, it's secure, it locks itself. You can be as rough as you want on these. They're not opening up. We're just delighted to have them available back in stock at $229.90, and also available with 5 flex pays for today, under $46 to get these at home. Is this a norm to find bangle bracelets all hand inlaid in amber or in turquoise? No way, no how. Correct, my friend?
If I could just take this and hand it through the screen and hand it to you, and you could actually get the feel for this, and feel how much silver is in this. These are well made. They're not overly heavy, but they're substantial silver pieces. The inlay work in this is just fabulous. It's 3-dimensional. Some of the, you've got this beautiful. You've got all the different colors. You got
amber, right? That's lemon amber.
You've got butterscotch amber from the Baltics, and then you've got from the Ukraine. You've got the cognacs and the darker, what we call root beer. There's some cherry amber in there, but all the material is natural. It's all real. What I love about this, though, is how they're made. They're so easy. The biggest thing with bangles, you didn't see bangles from me until, I think I started designing them about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I went back. We had so many people that requested them. And they said, why don't you do a bangle? And the reason I don't do bangles, when I first started out, I did a lot of different bangle bracelets. The problem with bangles is this, is everybody's got a different hand size. And people maybe have larger hands and then they have smaller wrists. So, or vice versa.
True.
So to make them fit, to make them, you know, I don't do designs that aren't user or wearer friendly. Every now and then I slip up, but it's very, very rare because, you know, one of my pet peeves in life is having something that's a beautiful piece of art
that
and it just sits in your jewelry box. And I have a wife that has a lot of beautiful pieces of art that she has bought from other people that sit in her jewelry box because it takes a whole team of people to be able to get them on, or they just don't wear right. What's cool with this, okay, is that by developing this hinge system, which to do the hinge system was to be able to make this to where it was user wearer friendly.
Alrighty, congratulations. We'll keep you updated on the bracelet, but I want to share with you a few more specials in these last few minutes.
This is insane.
This is 7 Peaks. First off, $69.90. We can't have many of these. The best value ever. 7 Peaks. Can you comment on that particular mine real fast?
7 Peaks. Again, I don't have an exclusive. I don't know anybody else that in the United States that's actually getting the material, okay? But think about how crazy it is. Look at those solid nuggets. Look how much turquoise is in there. You couldn't even buy the turquoise rough, much less do any of the work and be able to develop that for that price.
Good luck. Congratulations. 578-314. I'm saying that early because that will definitely go. Jay, here is another really special, rare, unique find in a necklace. It's blue lace agate, and the entire necklace is made up of blue lace agate. $79.90. I knew you were gonna like this one. And 5 monthly flex payments, and that's item 600191. I have to tell you, that's like premium quality.
This is premium quality, lace. And you know, with blue lace agate, it only comes from really one location in the entire world. It's mined in outside a little town called Springbuck. You can see in the reason they call it blue lace is you can see the lacing in this. Now there is some of this material out there, but it doesn't have the lacing now. That's the low grade material. You want the lacing. What I love though is the shapes on those.
Well, we are going to talk about from the bangle bracelet, the matching ombre. We call it a multicolor ombre. Your choice. This is the turquoise version, and that's 18 inches in length. And I'm wearing the multicolored amethyst ombre version of the necklace. So we have both available. The amber, I want to say right now is most limited. It's one of the coolest necklaces. You know, we love ombre when you think about it in jeans or in fashions or in home decor because it has that beautiful, unique fluidity that just grabs your attention and is, talk about an eye catcher. That you never see anything like that, especially in the multicolors of amber.
So you look
and
at
it's
that,
going to be the first to go.
You get cherry amber, then it goes into a cognac amber, and then it goes into the very rare, highly coveted butterscotch amber. So we went from dark, the darkest amber, and those are all the natural colors, to the lightest amber. It's just, we made this for is it goes back to anybody who purchased the bangle bracelet or any of the matching accessories. The turquoise is the same thing. It comes from the same mining deposit in that we did that project for out of Mongolia. And this is the cool thing about this, but these are all hand-cut beads from the natural rough material. These are the natural colors, but we did the reverse on the turquoise. So we started with the high blues at the bottom, the high clear blues. And this all comes out of one mine, and that's kind of, it's cool, but it's, I wouldn't say it's rare, but it's very unusual. You have this many colors in a mine. The Kingman mine's a perfect example. You could have every color of the rainbow come out of that in turquoise. These are all natural colors, the natural materials. We went with the really high clear blue materials, the neon blue, the robin's egg blue at the bottom, and then the different, the teals up into the light, darker colors, all the way up the necklace. Again, there are no two of these that are, it's impossible. They're really truly one-of-a-kind designs. It's impossible to make them identical.
And please read the reviews on the bangle bracelet, which is the customer pick, and on this matching necklace. It's the same reaction everyone, instantly said. this is the coolest thing. I've never seen anything quite like this. And going back, we love when you can do the best of all worlds in turquoise, and that's kind of exactly what you have in the turquoise version. And you want to talk about unique amber. We don't see amber like we used to, and especially in every one of the most popular colors, from the honey to, you know, the butterscotch to the cherry. You get it all. Fair to say this would float if we were to put this in water, Jay?
Yeah, okay, well, that's the thing, you know, with amber, in fact, that's how they harvest it. Amber's lighter than water, especially like the Baltic, that, you know, the divers and stuff, when they go down and they dive and chip it off the bottom, it floats to the top, and then
So
they have
cool.
people up there that net it.
And it could be millions of years old.
It's 30 to 50 million years
yeah,
old.
it's
Not all amber is, but this particular amber is 30 to 50 million years old.
Pretty impressive. And that's on the bracelet and on the necklace. Now, I want to remind everybody of our fabulous showstopper. Only a couple hundred remain. Jay, again, African amethyst, chevron amethyst.
So they're both from Africa, but you've got chevron amethyst, which is very unique. It comes from the Cape region of Africa, and then you've got the translucent beads are Zambian material. So you've got Zambian paired back to the chevron. Isn't that gorgeous?
117, well, no, forget it. $79.90. It's not even ever going to make it to $117.
Excuse me.
That was our key special. And then 5 flex pays. That's only for today's, or for this visit, which would expire. You're here tomorrow, right? For a
I'm
couple shows.
here
or
Saturday for 3 shows, 6 hours.
Okay.
And then Sunday I finish up, and I'm here for 2 more 2-hour events, so 4 hours total in the day.
Okay.
And then I'm not back until October 22nd.
Which will be the big anniversary.
That's my anniversary. That's our anniversary.
Yay.
And I'm leaving the country not to return. So I've got.
Wait a minute. What's that mean?
No, I added it up. I'm going to be visiting over 22 different individual countries. It's going to be fun.
That's after October.
Yeah. Until between when I leave on Monday morning till I come back. On October.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you're going to be gone the whole month of September.
Whole month of September, absolutely.
And most of October. Alrighty, well, we did a little quick sneak peek on this beautiful piece. I wanted you to see it on, and especially at $69.90. We previewed it, and already very popular. 5 flex pays.
And for anybody who shopped with us for anything, do you seriously think that you could actually, and these are not little small pieces, these are huge nuggets, and those are natural nuggets. Again, that all we do is it's called edge grinding. So we're doing the freeform shape on that. You couldn't even buy the rough material. There is no way to buy, and that's 7 peaks in the necklace. The turquoise in the bangle cuff again is a Mongolian material.
But you'll see how they work. You know that they both have that really pretty high blue color.
That's the nice thing is that they'll work back to each other.
Yeah, and a lot of the different ones that we've been collecting over the years. But the point is here, we wanted to bring to you a high fashion, handcrafted, genuine turquoise necklace at a crazy blowout special for a lot of our first time J. King shoppers that are tuning in. And I said this earlier, I think a lot of times you might be channel surfing and you see $69.90 and you're like, oh, come on, that's a fashion jewelry piece. That can't be real.
And you know what's not real about it is that you really couldn't even buy the rough material to do that and make that and even come close to selling it for that price.
I love the shape on this too, Jay.
And here again, we're not only, this is one of my designs. We're not only the designers, we're the manufacturers. And so we do it from scratch. Okay, we do everything from scratch. So I think that we've got a very niche business, and a lot of it is because what's been provided here to us. We've been so fortunate over the years, is where we can go directly to the mines. Because of the audience that we have, we can buy in enough bulk that we can actually get better deals because we can purchase a lot of rough material, so we get the best deal there. We bring the rough back, we design in-house, and I design around the rough. I don't do designs and then try to make the rough work into it. We actually look at the rough, figure out how we can utilize it the best, design around that, do all the designing. All the lapidary work, completely done by us in-house. So all of our lapidaries, and we do that because we can control the quality. And that's the main thing, we can control the quality of anything we do. And then all the silver work is done by our silversmiths, by our people. We don't job it out, and most of it is done from sterling silver sheet material, We do
Excuse me,
do
Jay, but,
some casting.
We did sell out of that necklace with
All
everyone
right.
in the ordering process. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I want to make sure that
I hope they
you
have
were
an
holding.
opportunity.
But hold on till they tell you that it's gone. Blue lace, real quickly, 30 seconds,
Okay,
Jay.
blue lace. You know what I love? I designed this. I did this because look, I wanted something contemporary. I wanted something simple. But look at these beads. See, they're not really a. It's kind of like a barrel. It's what I call a stubby barrel. And when I cut these beads like this, it just flows so nice. And again, this material, blue lace, used to be very predominant. You could buy it. There is hardly any on the market now. This comes from a private stash that I have.
And this is tranquil with that inner glow of violet blue. It will take your breath away, and the best price we've ever offered. You're back at what time, my friend?
So I'm
Tonight?
back 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Jay
8
King.
to
Thank
10.
you. 8 to 10, and stay tuned. Brett is up next with a wonderful show. Have a great night.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.